A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development within the British royal family, Prince Andrew is reportedly in advanced negotiations with representatives of King Charles III regarding his potential exit from the Royal Lodge, a lavish 30-room residence located in Windsor. According to sources, Buckingham Palace is intensifying its efforts to persuade the prince to vacate the property, which he currently occupies rent-free, following a public outcry regarding his living arrangements. The situation has been compounded by ongoing scrutiny of the prince's past associations, particularly his ties to the late financier Jeffrey Epstein and various allegations surrounding his conduct. The discussions regarding Prince Andrew's living situation have been ongoing daily, especially after the revelation that he has been living in the Royal Lodge without paying rent. Initially, the prince was resistant to the idea of leaving, citing the long-term nature of his lease, which he signed in 2003 and is said to be cast iron, meaning he cannot be evicted under its terms. However, as public pressure mounts and the royal family seeks to distance itself from the controversies surrounding him, there is a growing expectation that he may ultimately be forced to vacate the premises. The main points of contention in the negotiations revolve around where Prince Andrew would relocate and the financial compensation he would receive for the considerable investments he has made in the property over the years. Reports indicate that he has spent millions on refurbishments and upkeep, and he is entitled to a partial refund of his initial lease payment if he vacates before June of next year. The amount he would receive decreases yearly, adding urgency to the negotiations. Royal insiders have noted a shift in the atmosphere at Buckingham Palace, with a renewed determination to resolve the matter swiftly. There is also a recognition that Prince Andrew's daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, need to be assured that their residences in St. James's Palace and Kensington Palace will remain unaffected by their father's situation. The king had initially hoped that compelling Prince Andrew to relinquish his Duke of York title and other royal honors would quell the negative publicity surrounding him. However, this strategy has not yielded the desired results, and the palace is eager to avoid a lengthy public inquiry into royal finances that could arise from the ongoing issues. As for Prince Andrew's potential new accommodations, one option being considered is moving him to one of King Charles's privately owned estates, such as Sandringham or Balmoral. These properties offer self-contained homes that would allow him to live rent-free, alleviating the financial burden on the public. However, the prince has expressed a preference for remaining in London or Windsor, close to his daughters, which complicates the situation further. Additionally, the prospect of relocating him to a smaller property within the Windsor estate could mitigate public outrage over his lifestyle, but it would require him to pay rent, which he may find challenging. On the other hand, moving him into Windsor Castle or Buckingham Palace could lead to accusations that he is being rewarded for his past actions, further inflaming public sentiment. The fate of the Royal Lodge itself remains uncertain, as its proximity to Windsor Castle makes it impractical for private rental. Under the terms of his lease, Prince Andrew is entitled to a refund of approximately £557,596 if he vacates before June, a figure that diminishes each year until it expires in 2028. Given the substantial financial implications, he is likely to demand more than just the legally owed amount, potentially placing additional strain on the royal finances. Complicating matters further is the living situation of his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, who also has accommodations within the Royal Lodge. It remains unclear whether she would choose to relocate with Prince Andrew or seek her own living arrangements. As the negotiations continue, both King Charles and Prince William have conveyed through their representatives that Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie are not to blame for their father's controversies and that their own residences will remain secure. In a symbolic move, Prince Andrew's royal banner was recently removed from St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, following his resignation from the Order of the Garter, marking a significant step in the ongoing fallout from his controversial past. As the royal family navigates this complex situation, the public waits with bated breath to see how it will unfold and what the future holds for Prince Andrew and his place within the royal family. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.